What's going on? I'm a former British Paratrooper, Special Force Support Crew operator. I've trained thousands of elite soldiers over the past 12 years. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Arnold Schwarzenegger's fridge and how he currently trains. These people of extreme influence have a lot of power. A lot of people copy what they do and take it as gospel as being extremely effective for them. This video aims to bring clarity to whether that's a good thing or whether that's a bad thing. Sometimes I will support what they do, sometimes I won't support what they do, but one thing you can absolutely guarantee is that you will get raw, direct, brutal honesty in Paratrooper fashion. So, if you are happy with that video, let's get cracking.
Hey Arnie, we're here to see your gym and fridge.
What do you want?
Go for it.
Alright Arnold, we're here to see your fridge. You ready? Let's do it.
What is it exactly that you want to see in the fridge? You just want to see the food? Or do you want to bust me because I'm not 100% vegan? Or what is it that you're up to? Follow me.
I'm not 100% vegan. So Arnold Schwarzenegger is kind of a vegan at the moment. Now there was a lot of propaganda a few years ago to really push this vegan agenda. Now I'm very interested to see why Arnold Schwarzenegger is currently vegan.
This is the refrigerator in my office. We have here fruits, we have vegetables. We have one of my favorite things that when it gets hot, I have watermelons, cut up watermelons. We have, of course,
Bananas, berries, it's pretty normal stuff. Bananas, fruit juices, almond milk. He's got some weird cans. Watermelon is absolutely unreal. But this is not that much. This is like a typical man's fruit for the day. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Where's the food? Where's the friggin' food, Arnie?
which is a German drink, a combination of lemonade and beer. I love it. Most people don't know that, but it's my secret protein drink.
Lemonade and beer. Right, in the UK, this is called shandy. And here's a little backstory. I used to love drinking shandy. And one of the things with shandy is that you can sit there in the pub with all of your friends and they're all getting wasted and you can sneak off and have a little shandy and it looks exactly the same as a beer. It is lager and lemonade and it's very, very refreshing. All credibility about me being a paratrooper has just completely went out the window. Sometimes I'm too honest.
Don't tell anyone, okay? This is between us. Okay, so here we go with the protein. You wanted to see how a protein is made? It's nothing special about it. I just put in a little bit of this almond milk. Not much, just a little bit. And also for muscle soreness and sometimes bone soreness. Put a little bit of that in there. Then you go and you put the banana in. I don't do it always with clean hands, where I touch every dumbbell and barbell machine that other people have already touched. But it's just to get the immune system going and to really always be able to fight back. Now there's an egg, a raw egg that we put in there. Well, actually, I like to put in the whole egg.
What the fuck just happened there, by the way? He said protein, almond milk. Almond milk protein. Almond milk doesn't actually have that much protein in. Now I'm going to assume that he's got a protein added almond milk, which is, okay, this is pretty straightforward. Tart cherry juice to give it like that strong type of cherry flavour. He tapped the egg on the side of the rim, was just about to crack the egg, but then he threw the egg in whole. And this is Arnold Schwarzenegger, who just threw an egg into the blender, full egg, with the shell.
And now, this drink, literally, you could serve at any bar, health bar, or any...
He sounds like he's an alcoholic. He's got his lager and lemonade in the fridge, and he's saying bar, and he's just backtracked there. He's just backtracked. Any bar, any health bar? No, you were talking about a pub. You were talking about a bar.
I sometimes put in the schnapps. I sometimes put...
Seriously, schnapps, tequila. He's got his lager and his lemonade.
Tequila. So it just gives you a little extra flavor.
What does your diet look like these days?
Well, as you can see, I'm health conscious. I was not always health conscious because when I was young, you get away with a lot of things, a little bit from that. And now I eat more, like oatmeals and greens and vegetables and healthy food. Stay away more from the meats and more from animal products and animal proteins because there was this misconception it's the only way.
Right, oats, fruit, veg, unbelievable. Misconception that the only way you could get strong is by eating meats. Okay, there is probably ways that you can do this without eating meats. However, for sheer convenience and high quality nutrient dense options, meats are fantastic. Depending on where you are in the world, you could get very poor quality meats and they're probably not going to serve you extremely well from a nutrition dense standpoint. However, from a macronutrient standpoint of this is protein, this is chicken, convenience, it's going to serve you extremely well. So I think he's going to start talking about that little rabbit hole Netflix documentary type of mindset here.
Big and strong. So now I backed off that and I feel much better at being more on greens.
Do you cook it?
Eating more greens, eating more fruit and veg is going to make you feel unbelievable. I recommend that for everybody. However, it's a shame that he's not eating meat.
Yeah, of course. My favorite thing to cook is, of course, steak. Well, a lot of times my bodybuilding friends come over to my kitchen or come over here to this office and they want to, of course, eat the delicious food because they all want to look like me. It's never going to happen. I love that. Anyway.
What kind of snacks do you eat?
During the day I have to make a little protein drink, of course, because I think this is the best. We have the ladder proteins. And I mix it with some of the milk here, and sometimes juices, and then sometimes I have energy drinks also, and so on. It really depends what kind of a mood that I'm in and if I'm tired or not, because our energy drink is really great when you're tired.
Do you drink cow?
Ever since he started mentioning bar, schnapps, tequila, lager and lemonade, I'm just looking at him through a different lens. I'm trying to figure out where I think he's drunk. I'm trying to think, is Arnold Schwarzenegger drunk here? Let me make no mistake. He is, I think he's in his early 70s. He is an absolute legend of bodybuilding. He arguably had the best physique ever, the best, most athletic physique ever. People look at him and think, wow, the sport has moved on from him being a pioneer of that sport. And people look at that and as the golden age of bodybuilding. Now, you can think whatever you want to think about bodybuilding. However, credit where credit's due. He's went from the top of the bodybuilding world and then he's went into a really good acting role. And then he's actually managed to do some political things as well in...
I would say that I hate cow's milk. I drink almond milk. This is much better.
What other foods do you hate?
I don't really hate much of anything. I just stay away from it because of health reasons. But then
he's saying the word health reasons a lot. He is kind of saying, without saying, that certain foods and certain food groups are healthier than others, i.e. vegan, vegetarian are healthier than others. They are not. However, hopefully you can elaborate.
I always was called the garbage disposal because I was never sick and tired of anything. I mean, anything, as a matter of fact, I would go to restaurants and I would say to people, make me an omelet. And they said, what do you want to have in an omelet? And I said, anything that's in the kitchen sink or anything that you can find on the kitchen floor. Just scrape it up and put it in there and I would love it. And that's exactly what they did.
Have you ever tried a fad diet like keto or intermittent fasting?
When I start a film, I don't have time for fat diets or anything like that. I have to go on a real serious kind of a regimen. I work out harder, I do more cardiovascular training, and I watch much more what I eat. So I cut out just simply all the sugar products, and I cut out all the white bread.
Do you take any?
So you notice when he was at his peak, when he required peak performance, he ate differently. It's a very important point that he's just made there. He ate meat, he ate carbohydrates when he was training hard and he was doing cardiovascular training.
Supplements?
Yeah, I take supplements, I take multivitamins, and take, everything that the body needs. But like I said, they're called supplements.
Yeah, I take supplements, however, all the body needs. I'm trying not to hate on Arnold Schwarzenegger here. Why does he need supplements?
The supplement of what you eat. So the key thing is not to rely on the supplements as much as that you rely on good food. Natural food, a lot of greens, a lot of fruits, and a lot of really good proteins.
Does Arnold ever have a cheat day?
Cheat days come up quite frequently. I just remember that even 3 days before the Mr. Olympia competition in 1970, after training, we would go to the house of pies. So the key thing is always to remember that for every calorie you take in, you got to burn it off. There's no one else that's going to do it for you. You got to do it.
Yes, sir.
How often do you work out?
I work out every day. I work out in the morning from around 7 to 7:45.
Right, so he's getting a 45-minute session in every day, or most days, and he's late 60s, early 70s. Like, that is tremendous.
And then I ride the bicycle every morning for around 45 minutes. And then many times.
Same volume on cycling as well. So he's getting about 6 hours of cycling in per week.
Back at night, and I work out at home in my home gym.
What do you consider an intense workout?
Well, what I'm doing right now is not what I consider an intense workout. This is kind of a light Mickey Mouse workout because we're doing the filming right now. So I just go through the motions. But I'm not really training that heavy anymore because after my heart surgery, I was advised not to train heavy and not to do any more going for 3 reps and the heaviest weight and all that stuff. So I do more kind of lighter weights and more reps.
Do you still chase the pump?
He's just had heart surgery, so now he trains light because he doesn't want the pressure on his heart. A lot of men, the older they get, the more that they start avoiding heavy weights. I can absolutely guarantee you that Arnold Schwarzenegger would not have avoided heavy weights if he didn't have this heart procedure. He has got a legitimate, very concerning health excuse to avoiding heavy weights. Now he trains light. He'll do lots of reps, lots of blood flow, and it'll be very decent for maintaining his, general health of his joints. However, he is probably slowly losing strength, losing capability. This is not a recommendation that you can simply just pluck and go, Arnold trains light, I should train light. He's just had heart surgery, limiting the amount of stress that he can put on his heart. You have not had heart surgery. You haven't got that excuse, unfortunately, so make sure that you are lifting heavy enough to increase your physical capabilities week after week.
Pump is always out there. And you always have to chase after it, yes.
What's the best thing?
The pump. Chasing the pump is like it's this mentality of people that go to the gym. The pump is basically high blood flow in muscles. You can get this through lifting heavy, lifting light, lifting lots of reps. However, you shouldn't chase the pump, right? You should chase an increased performance of your previous session. Extra numbers. Don't chase a feeling. Chasing a pump is chasing a feeling. Don't chase a feeling, chase performance.
Throughout your career.
When you become a world champion in bodybuilding and you reach your goal, like I did after winning 13 world championship titles, 7 times Mr. Olympia, 5 times Mr. Universe, Mr. International, and all of those kind of competitions. Then it is important to inspire others, because I recognize that I did not go where I am today. I did not reach this point in bodybuilding or in anything else without the inspiration of so many people. If it is in bodybuilding, Reg Park or Steve Reeves, and in public service, Ronald Reagan, or Mother Teresa, Muhammad Ali. That was one of the most generous, most giving person that inspired me to give something back to the community. There's all these people inspired me. So to me, it's important to hang on that wall and to have other people look up there and say, so look what this guy has accomplished. He came over here from Austria with absolutely nothing. And he became the world champion in bodybuilding, and he became the highest paid movie actor, and the leading man. And then he got into politics. And whatever his dream was, he accomplished because of hard work and because of a lot of help. And so I want to be an inspiration to so many others.
All right, now it's time for our rapid fire questions.
He's just made a really interesting point, right? And I'm going to render it on this point, actually. He just said he wouldn't be able to achieve what he has achieved without the help of others. Now, a lot of men are trying to do these endeavors on their own. There is no one-man team. Anybody that's successful has had the help of somebody else that has more knowledge, has more experience in a certain field than they do. To wrap it up, Arnold Schwarzenegger's food, he is a vegetarian/vegan, and you could argue the reason he is doing that is because he's extremely health conscious about his heart, post having heart surgery. So I'm going to give him the personal pass on that type of food choice, that type of nutrient choice. However, for most people, we need way more calories than he is eating and way less alcohol that he is drinking. His training, most men, when they get to about the age of 35, 40-year-old, they make a shift in mindset and they shift into something called maintenance mode. Arnold Schwarzenegger is doing this because of this heart surgery. He is not pushing the numbers and pushing performance. He is trying to maintain performance, and he is chasing a feeling, the pump. That is absolutely fine given his personal, unique circumstances. For most people in the world, this is not a good approach. You should not be chasing feelings in physical training sessions. You should be chasing increased performance, increasing your numbers, increasing the level of your strength every single week. Because the greater your level of strength is, the more demands in which you can place on your body with less of the adverse effect. That is everybody's goal.